Life in the UK test exam 1 to 17. There are 4 flags: England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. The capital city of England is London, Wales Cardiff, Scotland Edinburgh, Northern Ireland Belfast. And flower association: England rose, Wales daffodil, Scotland thistle and shamrock, Northern Ireland. National Park of England is Lake District, Wales Snowdonia, Scotland Loch Lomond and Northern Ireland the popular place is Giant's Causeway, and the patron saint of England is St George, and Wales St David, and Scotland St Andrew, and Northern Ireland St Patrick. And traditional food of England in roast beef dinner, Wales Welsh cake, Scotland haggis and Northern Ireland Ulster fry. British citizen responsibilities: to look after yourself and your family, to look after the area in which you live and environment, to respect and obey the law, and respect the rights of others, including their right to their own opinions. Responsibilities of MP: represent everyone in their constituency, help to create new laws, and scrutinize and comment on what the government is doing, and debate important national issues. Next, what is the shadow cabinet? The leader of the opposition appoints a senior opposition of MP. They form a group whose role is to challenge the government and put forward alternative policies. This is called shadow cabinet. UK government or parliament. UK general election is held every 5 years and Westminster, and is the process the first past the post, means using a voting system in which a person is elected because they get more votes than others, and stand for MP age 18 plus. Wales is a 60 assembly member. The number of assembly member needs to be 60, and this process is proportional representative, and it's held every 4 years, and it's a Cardiff Synod. And the Scotland is a member of Scottish Parliament 129, and it's the process of proportional representative, and it's Edinburgh Holyrood. And Northern Ireland is a member of Legislative Assembly 90 MLA, and it's a proportional representative, and it's a Belfast Stormont. Responsibilities of monarch: appoints the selected party, appoints the government that is chosen in a democratic election, and the prime minister from the party with the largest number of MP, and advises, warns and encourages government policies. Home Secretary responsible for crime policing and immigration. Conservative and Liberal Democrat, these two political parties formed a coalition in 2010. UK Parliament names House of Lords and House of Commons. House of Lords, known as peers, are elected by the people, not appointed by the monarch. Several Church of England bishops sit in the House of Lords. Is true. Britain has no any written constitution. Are civil servants appointed by the government? No. Chosen on merit and are politically neutral. And towns, cities and rural areas in the government is elected, not are governed by the government appointed officials. The speaker is an MP. He or she represents a constituency and deals with the constituents. It's true. Northern Ireland uses a system called individual registration, not for Scotland and Wales this system. And Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland can't pass laws on defense, immigration, social security, foreign affairs and taxation. And above these policies are still under UK government's control. Wales can pass laws on education, health, social services and housing. Scotland pass laws on economic development, education and health, and Northern Ireland on planning, civil and criminal law, education, health, social services and agriculture. War. Julius Caesar invaded Britain for the first time. It's 55 BC. And Boudica, tribal leader who fought against the Romans, And Anglo-Saxon kingdoms in England unite to defeat the Vikings. King Alfred the Great, the Norman conquest. 1066 is the last successful foreign invasion of England. And William the Conqueror, William I, Domesday Book, and it tells us about how people lived in England just after the Norman conquest. And it's also called Battle of Hastings, Bayeux Tapestry, and Battle of Bannockburn. 1340 is the Robert the Bruce defeated the England, and it's called 100 Years' War, 1337 to 1453, and it was a long war that English kings fought with France in Middle Ages. It's also called Wars of the Roses. 1455 to 1485 is English defeat the Spanish Armada, and end of 1588 is a civil war, English Civil War, and 1642 King Charles I supporters is called Cavaliers, and Parliament supporters called Roundheads. And Charles I executed in 1649, and Charles II hid victory and escaped the Europe. Charles I divined the right of kings. Charles II restoration became the British monarch. And Civil War battles also called Battle of Naseby or Marston Moor and Battle of Trafalgar is held 1805. The Battle of Waterloo 1815, Admiral Nelson died in that Battle of Waterloo, and Admiral Nelson was the British officer in charge of British fleet. And the Crimean War is the last battle of between Great Britain and France. It was held 1853 to 1856. And the First World War 1899 to 1902. And the Second World War, in that time women given the right to vote due to the contribution of First World War. And the Battle of Britain, it's the time Poland invaded by Germany, Hitler in 1939, and that time set up the United Nations after the Second World War. Summer of 1940, during the Second World War, Germany versus Britain, an aerial battle, and it's a Royal Air Force system. There is some historic events: Enlightenment, Glorious Revolution, Reformation, and Highland clearances. Some king and prime minister and party leader: Charles I, Charles II, Henry VIII, Mary Stuart, Mary Queen of Scots, Elizabeth I, William the Conqueror, William I, William of Orange, James I, Emperor Hadrian, and King Alfred the Great defeated the Vikings. Robert the Bruce, King of Scotland, defeated the English Battle of Bannockburn. Bonnie Prince Charlie, Sir Robert Walpole, first British Prime Minister. Winston Churchill, Prime Minister and was an inspirational leader to the British people during the Second World War. Clement Attlee, Margaret Thatcher, first female Prime Minister, and John Major, Prime Minister after Margaret Thatcher. There are some inventor scientists like Isaac Newton, Sir Frank Whittle, Sir Robert Watson Watt, and Francis Crick discovered DNA, and Bobby Moore, captain of the English football team that won the World Cup in 1966. William Wordsworth, William Shakespeare, Adam Smith, Florence Nightingale, and more. There are some year and places, some events in here: Royal Ascot, major horse racing event in England; Grand National horse racing, Scottish Grand National Horse or Ayr; Ashes Cricket Championship played between England and Australia; and Six Nations Championship rugby competition; and Olympics occurred 3 times. And some religion festival and special days: Diwali, Ramadan, Eid ul-Fitr, Lent, Good Friday, Easter, Christmas, Boxing Day, Halloween, Hogmanay, and April Fool's Day. England, Wales, and Northern Ireland has criminal court and civil court. In here, magistrate courts responsible for minor criminal cases. Crown Court, serious criminal offences are tried in front of a judge and a jury, and Youth Court cases are normally heard up got up to 3 specially trained magistrates or a district judge and jury 12 ppl, and Scotland has a criminal court and civil court. The justice of the peace court is responsible for minor criminal and sheriff. Serious criminal cases are heard with either a sheriff or a sheriff with a jury, and high court most serious criminal cases such as murder and jury 15 ppl. What is small claims procedure? This is the informal way of helping people to settle minor disputes without spending a lot of time and money using a lawyer. For Scotland and Northern Ireland, this small claims £3,000, and for England and Wales, this small claims is £10,000. Territories, this is the Crown dependency, and Crown dependency is the Channel Island and the Isle of Man, and the Crown dependency is closely linked with the UK but not part of the UK. British Overseas Territory, not part of the UK, and this is the St. Helena and Falkland Island. Some words and terms in here: Black Death, Bill of Rights in 1689, Boudica, tribal leader, by-election, canvassing, Commonwealth, Magna Carta, and Man Booker Prize. Empower, small claims procedure, the Proms, 3rd of London, Turner Prize, Union Flag, and Shadow Cabinet. Some general information. And next, if you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe my channel. Good luck with your test.